Welcome to violin, and sometimes even viola or cello. Welcome to elementary violin classes. I wanted to tell you my name's Miss Annie Young Bridges, and I've been doing this a super long time, and I love teaching little ones. So I feel very confident we're going to have a great year. All right? So you're going to be getting two things from me, from your classroom teacher. Actually three. The first thing that you'll get is the letter with the time and day of your class. And you can cut off the bottom and put it on your fridge so they don't forget which day to bring their instrument. The other thing is that you'll be getting a materials list. And when you get this online, when I email this to you, it comes with these blue, you see the blue sections, those are all links for you so you can get more information from those links, all right? You'll get to learn more about that. I'll also email you this sort of list of things that I'm going over right now. So you'll have it to review if you need anything. Please feel free to email me if you can have any questions about anything about the program, okay? All right, we do meet once a week, 30 minutes, and students will be having a real violin, and the violin should come with a bow. Okay, comes with a bow, and they should all be functioning, and should be of the correct size. These fine tuners should all turn properly. And an accessory that needs to be purchased is a shoulder rest for the violin. It's required. And I've got the brand names on there for you. This one is it's not an Everest, but it works pretty well as long as I secure it on like that. But the Everest shoulder rest that I put on my violin is not expensive, and it's amazing. It holds the instrument up for you. Hands-free, safe violin. All right, so obviously you can see that they come in different sizes, and your child would need to be sized for the correct instrument, and they can be rented to save money. You can just do a little bit at a time, and when they get bigger, when the students get bigger, the instruments should get bigger, and you just go to the store and they'll upsize you for no extra charge. Sometimes it even gets applied toward the purchase price. So the instrument will be required second and third grader at the very beginning, but in the beginning, the first graders are going to have either a foam violin, which is called a foamelin, there's a link to that, and a homemade bow. The homemade bow is just electrical tape on a dowel. This is about a 1/4 inch dowel, maybe 16 inches or so, and attached with some electrical tape with a little bit on the end. This is a rubber eraser, the pink kind, and just slice it like that. Use half of it, not the whole thing. Use just half of it, this little part. And you can see I've attached this little half down here on the bow. So we simulate the bow, we simulate the violin for first grade until they get the hang of how to hold it. Uh-oh, there it goes. How to hold it, how to make the correct motions. And then when we get the instrument, it's really easy, okay? So this is a first grade requirement, is either foam violin or a box violin. You can make one. There's a link to that on your letter. You can make one out of something plastic or even a box like for Velveeta, mac and cheese, videotape box, or some kind of small box that kind of fits under their neck. Okay, that's what I'm going to be looking for, is that it fits under their neck. We'll learn how to hold that. We'll pretend it's an instrument, and voila, you have a trainer. All right, that'll be about 6 weeks or so, maybe less, and we'll learn to play our rhythms, and then they'll go into their regular wooden instruments. Okay, the next thing is that they're going to need some other materials. They're going to need to have rosin in the case. The rosin goes on the bow, and they learn how to do this. I teach them to do this in class. It can look in different shapes. It is breakable, so I encourage them to do it over carpet, and they don't do it, randomly. It needs to be kind of supervised, and I'll help with that in the beginning. I will be putting auto striping tape on their instruments so they know where to put their fingers. This one has some on it for you already. And it doesn't hurt anything. And you also notice that I have some stickers of matching colors. That's so you know where to put the shoulder rest. They know how to do it. They know where to put their thumb when they're plucking, okay? So we're gonna learn little by little. We even get to have concerts this year. I'm so excited. Last year, no concerts. All right, the other thing they're gonna need is a binder for me to be able to give them music. This is a pretty good one. I do not like the floppy plastic ones because they fall off the music stands and it's kind of a waste. So if you get something that's rigid, that's good. It can be 1 inch. This is a little too wide for them, so just a little 1 inch binder, good to go. They can also have at home, you can have a music stand to go, you know, at home. They come all different kinds. This is one of my favorites. This is a Hamilton 3-piece, I think, and it's just really tough. It's super easy to put together. They don't need it at school. I do have them for them to use at school. The other thing that they're going to need, and they'll be able to use this for years, even through the middle school, because I teach at Chafonta and I teach at Mandeville Middle. They're going to need the String Basics book, #1, for their instrument. They'll tell you at the music store. And the Essential Elements, book 1, for their instrument. Okay, they'll get it for you at the music store. Where to go? The really, really important thing that you need to be seeing here is that this is the materials list and the instrument vendors that are approved by the district. If you find something that's not on this list, it could be something that could be causing a problem for the student. I don't want them to have any issues just because of the instrument was not something that we could use. So if you don't mind, please use one of these. If you find something else, pawn shop, a friend, just email me and I'll be sure to tell you if I think it's going to work. Okay? All right, great. The other thing is, when I find something that's not working, or maybe it needs to be, you know, put in the binder or put in the tote bag, because the tote bag is really helpful, I'll just give you a checklist. I'll put that in your child's case, and that way you could check the case. Open the case at night, you'll know what is in there. All right, so class is amazingly fun, very fast. We are in the art room at Pontchartrain, and at Woodlake we have our own classroom by the playground. Students 2nd and 3rd will walk by themselves. 1st grade will escort them. Of course, it depends on how far away their classroom is. So everything is good. They get to come and have their class and then go back to where they were. If you have any issues with the schedule, just email me. We're trying very hard to accommodate your academic needs and try not to pull out of any kind of enrichment, and definitely not recess and definitely not lunch when possible. So if you have any questions, you can email me, ann.bridges@stpsb.org, or you can email the school. And if you want to get some samples or anything, just start looking online for beginner violin or Suzuki violin. That's what these following instruments are. These are Suzuki violin trainers for young children. I think that's it. Look for the letters, they're coming. I hope you have a wonderful start, and I look forward to seeing you all at the concert. Thank you.